His hands on my lower back shouldn't have felt this comforting, but they did. I never imagined I'd be lying on the couch, face down, while my stepson massaged the knots out of my aching back. It sounds strange when said out loud, but in that quiet, unexpected moment, nothing about it felt wrong. My back had been hurting for days, ever since I decided to rearrange the guest room on my own to make space for a vintage reading chair I found at a thrift shop. The pain had crept in slowly but settled deep in my lower back, sharp and stubborn. I tried ignoring it, hoping it would fade, but it didn't. Adil, my husband, was out of town for a business trip in Toronto, and the house had fallen into a kind of stillness that only made the pain feel worse. It was just me and his 21-year-old son, Ryan, at home. Ryan had taken the semester off campus to help his father with some family work, doing his college classes online. Over the years, Ryan and I had built a bond, not one defined by titles like step or obligation, but something softer. A quiet, growing friendship that came from shared dinners, casual conversations, and years of simply coexisting in the same space. That Saturday afternoon I finally gave in. I was sitting on the edge of the couch, trying and failing to reach the sore spot in my lower back, twisting awkwardly and wincing with every movement. That's when Ryan came downstairs, barefoot, in gray sweatpants and a white t-shirt, holding a bottle of water. He paused when he saw me struggling. "You okay, Sophie?" he asked, concern flickering in his eyes. I tried to smile through the discomfort. "Yeah, just my back. I must have pulled something moving the furniture in the guest room." He put down his water and walked toward me. "Want me to help? I can try to massage it out if you're okay with that." I blinked at him. "You know how to do that?" He shrugged casually. "I helped my roommate with a shoulder injury once. I'm not a pro or anything, but I think I can help." He hesitated. It felt a little unusual, letting my stepson massage my back, but the pain had worn down my pride. "All right," I finally said. "Just the lower back." I lay face down on the couch, burying my face in a throw pillow, and felt him sit behind me on the ottoman. His fingers started gently, pressing through the fabric of my shirt, tracing carefully along my spine. To my surprise, he was good. He seemed to know exactly where to press. I flinched slightly when he touched the tightest knot. "Too much?" he asked, pausing. "No," I murmured. "That's actually perfect. Just don't stop." He chuckled. "You sound like Dad." He says the same thing when I help crack his back. We both laughed softly. And just like that, the room didn't feel so quiet anymore. The tension, both in my muscles and in the air, began to dissolve. After a moment he asked, "So what were you doing in the guest room anyway?" "I found this old reading chair," I said, voice muffled by the pillow. "Thought it'd be cute in the corner. Didn't think it would mess up my back. You should have asked me. I would have helped," he said, almost scolding, but kindly. "I didn't want to bother you." "You're not a bother, Sophie," he said, his voice low and sincere. "I hope you know that." I turned my head slightly to look at him. His face wasn't wearing that usual playful grin. It was something more serious. "You've always been there for me," he continued. "Ever since you and Dad got married. I don't think I ever told you how much that meant." His words landed heavier than he probably realized. When Adil and I got married 6 years ago, Ryan had just turned 15. His mother had passed 2 years earlier. I still remember how distant he was in the beginning. Quiet dinners, closed bedroom doors, long silences. But we'd found our way to each other over time. "You don't need to thank me," I said quietly. "Your family." He didn't respond right away, just kept moving his hands in slow, gentle circles on my lower back. Then, a moment later, he said something I didn't expect. "Sophie, can I ask you something kind of personal?" I tensed slightly. "Sure. Do you ever wish you had your own kids? Like, do you miss that?" The question hit me harder than I thought it would. I lifted my head slightly, turning to see his face. Genuine, curious, a little vulnerable. "Sometimes," I said honestly. "But I don't regret the way life turned out." Feel lucky. I got you. His eyes softened, glinting with something unspoken. I always wondered if you felt like you missed out. I sat up slowly, signaling the massage could pause. He gave me space, sitting beside me on the couch. My back still ached, but the heaviness of it felt different now, lighter somehow. You know, I said, being a mom isn't just about giving birth. It's about being present, showing up, loving someone even when it's not easy. And I've loved you like my own. He looked down for a second, fingers brushing against his knee. You've been more of a mom than I ever expected to have. It just took me a while to realize it. My chest swelled with something deep and real. We sat in that moment, neither of us rushing it, both quietly understanding just how far we'd come. Then Ryan chuckled. Wow, I didn't mean to turn this into a therapy session. I just wanted to help with your back. I laughed, finally relaxing. Well, you did that. And more. Maybe I should charge for my services, he teased. I'll pay you in leftover lasagna, I smirked. He grinned. Deal. That night we shared dinner, just the two of us, at the kitchen island. I reheated the lasagna I'd made 2 nights earlier, and we talked like old friends. He told me about school, his plans after graduation, and the documentary he was editing for his film class. His eyes lit up as he described it, full of energy and purpose. Later, when Adil called, we both chatted with him on speaker. Ryan even joked about his new massage skills. After the call ended, he turned to me with a softer look. Thanks again, he said. Not just for today, for everything. I reached over and squeezed his hand. You're welcome. Always. That night, lying in bed with a heat pack against my back, I realized healing doesn't always come from medicine or rest. Sometimes it comes in the form of a conversation, a shared moment, or the unexpected comfort of hands that care. As I lay in bed later that night, I couldn't stop thinking about Ryan's words, his touch, and the unexpected connection that surfaced between us. It wasn't just about comfort. It was something unspoken, tender, and deeply human. The lines between us hadn't blurred, but they had softened. What lingered was a warmth I hadn't felt in a long time. Not romantic, not forbidden, just real. In a world that often feels rushed and distant, this moment reminded me that sometimes the closest bonds come from the most unexpected places. And that healing isn't always about the body, it's about the heart.